ceremony is scheduled to begin in a few minutes. I invite you to take your seats. Please turn off cell phones at this time. Thank you.
My name is Achanwan Sipasuk from Wat Lao Putowat, the Lao Temple in Smithfield, Rhode Island. And he is Venerable Panyasom from Thamakalam Temple, the Cambodian Temple in Providence. Apiwan Tanasele Sanay Chang Vota Pachayino Jata Lotama Tanti Ayuano Sokang Halang. Thank you.
ទូលព្រះបង្គំខ្ញុំព្រះករុណាសត្ថាមនីសូមបញ្ញាសូមក្រាបថ្វាយបង្គំចំពោះព្រះមហាថេរៈគ្រប់ព្រះអង្គដោយសេចក្តីគោរពចម្រើនពរដល់ញាតិញោមសប្បុរសស្រីប្រុសពីគ្រប់ទិសទីនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះសូមនាំមកនៅខ្សែវីដេអូដែលស្ដីអំពីការស្បត់ចូលកាន់តំណែងរបស់អភិបាលនៃគណៈអភិបាលរដ្ឋ Rhode Island នៅក្នុងអាណត្តិថ្មីនេះរយៈពេល4ឆ្នាំគឺលោក Daniel J. McKee និងមន្ត្រីរាជការទូទៅនៅក្នុងរដ្ឋ Rhode Island នេះអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះគឺត្រូវបាននិមន្តនិងអញ្ជើញឲ្យចូលរួមពីសំណាក់ព្រះសង្ឃព្រះពុទ្ធសាសនាខ្មែរយើងក៏ដូចជាអំពីថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំសាសនាផ្សេងផងដែរដើម្បីចូលរួមជាសាក្សីនិងចូលរួមដឹងឮព្រមទាំងមន្ត្រីក្រមអាវាសមន្ត្រីរាជការគ្រប់ឋានានុក្រមហ្នឹងមនុស្សដែលចូលរួមហ្នឹងគឺច្រើនជាងពាន់នាក់គឺច្រើនមែនតើហើយនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះគឺរៀបចំទៅតាមលំដាប់លំដោយរបៀបវិរៈកម្មវិធីបញ្ជាក់ផងដែរថាវីដេអូនេះគឺទូលព្រះបង្គំខ្ញុំព្រះករុណាហ្នឹងគឺថតតាំងពីថ្ងៃទីគឺថ្ងៃអង្គារ12កើតខែបុស្សឆ្នាំខាលចត្វាស័កពុទ្ធសករាជ2566ត្រូវនឹងថ្ងៃទី3ខែមករាឆ្នាំ2023យើងនេះទេហើយប្រកាសណាម្ចាស់ញាតិញោមសប្បុរសស្រីប្រុសទាំងអស់នេះយើងមើលកម្មវិធីដែលប្រព្រឹត្តទៅហ្នឹងគឺក្រោមការដឹកនាំរបៀបបែបបទហ្នឹងគឺគេធ្វើឡើងតាមបែបអាគាំងសុទ្ធសាធដែលយើងហៅថាអាមេរិកាំងអាគាំងហ្នឹងឯងហើយកម្មវិធីនេះគឺត្រូវបានធ្វើឡើងសម្រាប់ថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំរដ្ឋដែលគាត់ទទួលបានការជាប់ឆ្នោតទទួលបានការទុកចិត្តពីសំណាក់បងប្អូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋគ្រប់ជាតិសាសន៍ហ្នឹងដែលរស់នៅក្នុងរដ្ឋ Rhode Island បោះឆ្នោតឲ្យគាត់បានឡើងជាយើងហៅថាគណៈអភិបាលនៃគណៈអភិបាលរដ្ឋ Rhode Island ឬក៏យើងហៅថាចវាយរដ្ឋនឹងតែម្ដងគឺទទួលបានការទុកចិត្តបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យជាប់ឆ្នោតហ្នឹងហើយនឹងមន្ត្រីក្រមអាវ៉ាទូទៅដោយច្រើននៅគ្រប់លំដាប់ថ្នាក់គឺចូលកាន់តំណែងហើយក្នុងការចូលកាន់តំណែងហ្នឹងគឺប្រពកម្មវិធីស្បត់ស្បត់ហ្នឹងគឺគេយកស្បត់មានយកនៅគម្ពីរ Bible ជាគម្ពីរខាងសាសនាគ្រិស្តយកមកស្បត់ធ្វើទៅតាមប្រពៃណីទំនៀមទម្លាប់អាគាំងហ្នឹងហើយនៅក្នុងរបៀបវិរៈនៃកម្មវិធីនេះគឺយើងខ្ញុំកណ្ដាលអាត្មាភាពចូលរួមទៅគឺថាបានទទួលបាននៅចំណេះដឹងថ្មីប្លែកផ្សេងបន្ថែមទៀតពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយនឹងការរៀបចំកម្មវិធីហើយក៏ដូចជាការកាន់កម្មវិធីនៅក្នុងនេះខ្ញុំកណ្ដាលអាត្មាភាពហ្នឹងក៏ទទួលបានលិខិតនិមន្តមួយសន្លឹកផងដែរនៅក្នុងរដ្ឋ Rhode Island ហ្នឹងគឺតំណាងព្រះសង្ឃកម្ពុជាយើងហើយនឹងព្រះសង្ឃមួយព្រះអង្គទៀតគឺនិមន្តមកពីខាងវត្តឡាវមែនតើទៅគេផ្ដល់អត្ថិភាពឲ្យយើងហ្នឹងគឺចំនួន2អង្គផ្នែកខាងពុទ្ធសាសនាហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែដោយសារយើង តំណាងពីកម្ពុជាផងណាតំណាងពីខាងឡាវផងដល់អញ្ចឹងយើងក៏បានឱកាសនៅក្នុងការស្វាគមន៍នៅពធណាមានន័យថាជូនពរជូនជ័យណាអ្នកដែលទៅហ្នឹងគឺដោយច្រើនគឺជួយអបអរសាទរនឹងការជូនពរជ័យដល់ថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំនិងអ្នកចូលរួមកម្មវិធីជាពិសេសគឺរាល់មន្ត្រីរាជការដែលចូលកាន់តំណែងណានៅក្នុងអាណត្តិ4ឆ្នាំបន្ទាប់ហ្នឹងបើណាកណាព្រោះសម្រាប់សហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកនេះគឺការជាប់ឆ្នោតនៅក្នុងមួយអាណត្តិហ្នឹងគឺមានរយៈពេលតែ4ឆ្នាំទេណា4ឆ្នាំទេដែលត្រូវចូលកាន់តំណែងហ្នឹងហើយនៅក្នុងការចូលកាន់តំណែងហ្នឹងគឺឃើញថាមានស្បត់អញ្ចឹងទៅណាលើកដៃស្បត់ទៅតាមគម្ពីរបៃបលរបស់គ្រឹះសាសនាហ្នឹងណាសន្យាជាមួយអ្នកចូលរួមក៏ដូចជាសន្យាជាមួយប្រជាពលរដ្ឋហ្នឹងថារយៈពេល4ឆ្នាំកន្លងតទៅទៀតហ្នឹងណាមានទិសដៅត្រូវធ្វើអ្វីខ្លះណាហើយសន្យានឹងនាំមកនៅសន្តិភាពឬក៏ស្ថិរភាពការងារអីជាដើមហ្នឹងណានឹងមានការអភិវឌ្ឍផ្សេងនៅក្នុងរដ្ឋណាដែលខ្លួនចូលកាន់តំណែងហ្នឹងណាហើយសម្រាប់ការចូលរួមនេះឃើញថាមនុស្សម្នាច្រើនមែនទែនណាទូលប្រមង្គមខ្ញុំព្រះករណាហ្នឹងបានទៅចូលរួមអង្គុយស្ដាប់គេចប់ណាចង់ចប់ដើមណាហ្នឹងគឺនេះដោយគណៈពេលនេះគឺការណាច្រៀងនៅចម្រៀងជាតិណាគឺត្រូវច្រៀងដោយ police state ហៅ police រដ្ឋណានេះគាត់កំពុងតែច្រៀងឲ្យសម្លេងគាត់ល្អណាស្រែកឡើងក្រលួចតែម្ដងណាហ្នឹងហើយនឹងមានកម្មវិធីផ្សេងជាពិសេសគឺថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំសាសនាហ្នឹងគឺចូលរួមណានៅក្នុងហ្នឹងហើយយើងមានពេលតែ1នាទីទេកណ្ដាលម្ចាស់ញាតិញោមណាគឺមានពេលតែ1នាទីទេសម្រាប់ណានិយាយអ្វីក៏បានឬក៏ជាការជូនពរឬក៏ស្វាគមន៍ជ័យពធអីជាដើមអញ្ចឹងទៅដល់ពេលហ្នឹងខ្ញុំគណៈអាត្មាភាពហ្នឹងណាទៅចូលរួមជាមួយកូនណាម្ចាស់ណាខាងវត្តឡាវហ្នឹងគឺចូល2អង្គណាដល់ពេលអញ្ចឹងទៅគឺយើងធ្វើក្នុងពេលតែមួយណាអញ្ចឹងព្រះអង្គម្ចាស់លោកក៏ប្រពខាងដើមនិយាយជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសហ្នឹងខ្លះអញ្ចឹងទៅណាហើយខ្ញុំកណានេះបើឲ្យនិយាយក៏មិនដឹងថានិយាយអីដែរពេលហ្នឹងអត់និយាយចេញទេបើឲ្យសូត្រធរចេញណាព្រោះមនុស្សចូលរួមហ្នឹងគឺច្រើនមែនតើហើយយើងឡើងទៅសូត្រធរហ្នឹងហើយនឹងឡើងទៅនិយាយហ្នឹងគឺនៅលើវេទិកាណាវេទិកាហ្នឹងគឺមានថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំណាចាប់ពីចវាយរដ្ឋណាចុះមកហ្នឹងគឺសិតតែអ្នកមុខអ្នកការណាមន្ត្រីរាជការគេហៅថាអង្គការសាសនាអង្គការសង្គមស៊ីវិលប្រជាពលរដ្ឋអីហ្នឹងគឺថាចូលរួមនៅក្នុងនឹងណាគឺច្រើនមែនតើហើយសម្រាប់អ្នកចូលរួមយើងឃើញថានេះណាគឺញោមស្រីមួយដែលគាត់កំពុងតែនិយាយណាទៅកាន់ក្បាលមីក្រូណាហ្នឹងគឺយើងអាចនិយាយបានថាគាត់ជាអ្នកកាន់កម្មវិធីណាយើងហៅពិធីការណាពិធីការហ្នឹងគឺគាត់កាន់កម្មវិធីហើយមានញោមស្រីណាមួយនៅខាងមុខនេះគឺគាត់ប្រើភាសាកាយវិការណាសម្រាប់អ្នកចូលរួមក្រែងបើមានអ្នកកណានឹងហៅភាសាកណាអញ្ចឹងគឺគាត់មាន2អ្នកហ្នឹងណាហើយញោមស្រីមួយដែលគាត់ស្លៀកពាក់ដូចជាប៉ូលីសហ្នឹងគាត់ជាពិធីការកាន់កម្មវិធីហើយគាត់ផ្ដល់ណាឲ្យអ្នកចូលរួមហ្នឹងបើសម្រាប់យើងអ្នកខាងសាសនាហ្នឹងដូចជាមិនលឹះណាពី1នាទីទេណាគឺតែ1នាទីទេណាហើយបើខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាអង្គុយមើលហ្នឹងទៅឃើញថាអ្នកដែលចូលកាន់ណាតំណែងហ្នឹងគឺណាគាត់និយាយដូចជាមិនវែងប្រហែលទេដូចជាណា5-10នាទីទៅ20នាទីតែមកប៉ុណ្ណឹងទេហើយក្រៅពីនោះអ្នកដតីទៀតដូចជាណា4-10នាទីទេណាមិនវែងទេណាពេលវេលាហ្នឹងគឺគាត់ប្រើតិចហើយអាចចូលរួមបានទាំងអស់គ្នាហើយដែលឡែកសម្រាប់អ្នកចូលរួមគឺថាបើថាគាត់ទះដៃគឺទះខ្លាំងណាខ្លាំងមែនតើហើយបើនិយាយពីការអបអរសាទរគាត់គឺស្រែកណាហូកិច្ចជ្រាវគឺគាត់សប្បាយចិត្តណាហ្នឹងគឺនេះឡើងទៅមិញនេះសិតតែអ្នកសាសនាហើយ ញោមស្រីនេះហៅមានឈ្មោះណាខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មានឹងដែរណានេះឡើងមកនេះខ្ញុំកណានឹងគុណម្ចាស់បើគាត់អានឈ្មោះណាខ្ញុំកណានឹងអត់ត្រូវទេ គាត់អានជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសហ្នឹងគឺអានអត់ត្រូវទេណាហ្នឹងហើយនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះចង់និយាយប្រាប់ថាជាការរៀបចំឡើងណាតាមបែបអគាំងហើយមានការចូលរួមមនុស្សម្នាហ្នឹងគឺច្រើនហើយក្រោយពេលដែលបញ្ចប់កម្មវិធីទៅឃើញថាមានការថតរូបណាហើយពិសាណានៅដូចជាអាហារសម្រន់ជុំគ្នាណាហ្នឹងគឺនៅអាគារដូចជាជាន់ទី5ណាអាគារជាន់ទី5ហៅ Convention Center ហ្នឹងណានៅ Rhode Island ហ្នឹងក្បែរ Mall Rhode Island នេះតែម្ដងណាហើយនេះគឺជាលើកទី1សម្រាប់ខ្ញុំព្រះករុណាអាត្មាភាពហើយនៅក្នុងជីវិតដែលបានចូលរួមណានៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីថ្នាក់រដ្ឋរបៀបនេះនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកដែលគេធ្វើឡើងនៅក្នុងការស្បត់ចូលកាន់តំណែងណាមានកិច្ចសន្យាជាមួយប្រជាពលរដ្ឋនិងអ្នកគាំទ្រអីយ៉ាងណាអញ្ចឹងទៅណាហើយនៅក្នុងនោះយើងឃើញថាអ្នកដែលបានទទួលការទុកចិត្តនិងបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យពីសំណាក់បងប្អូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋគ្រប់ជាតិសាសន៍ហ្នឹងឃើញថាគាត់ឡើងនិយាយឲ្យគាត់តែងតែរំលឹកនឹកណាគុណទៅដល់លោកយាយលោកតាមេត្តាបិតារបស់គាត់ណាយើងធ្លាប់ឮមកថានៅខាងប៉ែកអឺរ៉ុបក្តីនៅខាងសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកក្តីហ្នឹងដោយច្រើនគឺថាកូនចៅមិនសូវដឹងគុណណាម៉ែឪអីចឹងទេណានេះគឺយើងឮតគ្នាប៉ុន្តែនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីនេះណាខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាភាពសង្កេតឃើញថាពួកគាត់ដូចជាព្យាយាមនិយាយលើកអំពីគុណសម្បត្តិណាអ្នកមានគុណនឹងណាហើយអញ្ចឹងដើម្បីកុំឲ្យណាការនិយាយរបស់ខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាភាពនឹងវាវែងផងហើយណាមួយបើខ្ញុំកណាអាត្មាភាពណានិយាយក៏មិនត្រូវសេចក្តីណាទាំងព្រមដែរណាគាត់អាចចូលរួមហើយអង់គ្លេសនោះវាមានកម្រិតណាអញ្ចឹងហើយទុកផ្ទាំងទស្សនីយភាពណាទាំងស្រុងនេះណាឲ្យកណ្ណាម្ចាស់និងញាតិញោមចូលរួមទស្សនាក៏ដូចជាតាមដានហើយ នៅក្នុងនោះគឺមានការនិយាយឲ្យអក្សរជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសហ្នឹងគឺលោតនៅផ្នែកខាងស្ដាំណានៃទូរទស្សន៍ហ្នឹងណាយើងមើលទៅឃើញហើយណាគឺលោតនៅផ្នែកខាងស្ដាំនេះឯងហើយខ្ញុំកណ្ណាអាត្មាភាពបញ្ជាក់ផងដែរថាវីដេអូនេះគឺទាញយកណាពី page របស់អភិបាល state ហ្នឹងតែម្ដងណាយកមកកាត់តបង្ហោះណាចែកជូនដល់បងប្អូនទស្សនាណាបន្តទៀតអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋខ្មែរយើងក៏អាចទស្សនាបានឯជនជាតិសាសន៍ដទៃទៀតក៏អាចទស្សនាបានដែរណាមានជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសអញ្ចឹងទៅណាអញ្ចឹងគឺសូមអរតនានិមន្តនឹងអញ្ជើញណាបងប្អូនស្រីប្រុសទាំងអស់ណាតាមដានទស្សនានៅអត្តន័យសេចក្តីទាំងស្រុងហ្នឹងអត្តន័យសេចក្តីនៃវីដេអូហ្នឹងទាំងស្រុងណាអាត្មានិយាយរកតែខុសហើយញាតិញោមណាអញ្ចឹងសូមតាមដាននៅអត្តន័យសេចក្តីទាំងស្រុងណាដូចតទៅទាំងអស់គ្នា
The ceremony is scheduled to begin in a few minutes. I invite you to take your seats. Please turn off cell phones at this time. Thank you. Island's 111th inauguration ceremony. Today we honor and inaugurate Governor Daniel J. McKee and Rhode Island's general officers, Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, Secretary of State-elect Greg Amore, Attorney General Peter F. Nerona, and General Treasurer-elect James A. Diosa. Please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the official procession led by High Sheriff David M. DeCesare. The posting of the colors and the governor's flag will be performed by the Rhode Island State Police Honor Guard.
Post colors.
The ceremony will continue once the remainder of the processional has taken their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem will now be sung by Rhode Island State Police Trooper Kim Pitts Wiley. It is customary for military and law enforcement personnel in uniform to stand at the position of attention during the national anthem, and those who are covered may render a salute. Gentlemen are expected to remove their headgear, and civilians should place their hand over their heart during the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Rhode Island will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. It is customary for uniformed members of the military and police to stand at the position of attention and remain silent. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. At this time, I call upon the Honorable Peter F. Nerona, Attorney General, to call to order the convocation for inauguration of the Governor and General Officers of the State of Rhode Island.
I now call this convocation to order.
Thank you. I now call upon Rabbi Barry Dollinger, Imam Muhyiddin Ibemi, Venerable Wern Sepasok, and the Venerable Sunpatha Sani Muni, and Father Joseph Escobar to deliver the invocation.
In the Jewish calendar, today is the 10th day of the Hebrew month of Tevet, a day of fasting and remembrance of the beginning of the siege the Babylonians laid on the walls of Jerusalem in the year 586 BCE. While a long time ago, the relevance is pertinent for today. The prophet said that the destruction which would eventually befall Jerusalem was because of the rampant corruption and mistreatment of the most vulnerable in society. It serves as a stark reminder that public displays of power are only as thick, grand, and lasting as their concomitant commitment to equity and justice for all of us, and particularly the most vulnerable without voice or influence. May God bless Governor McKee, Lieutenant Governor Matos, Secretary of State Amore, Attorney General Nerona, Treasurer Diosa, and all the other officers of the government of Rhode Island, that they work on behalf of our dear state, that they be blessed with material and spiritual abundance in their personal and professional lives, and that they may govern with creativity, insight, and empathy to serve all of us, but particularly the most vulnerable, underserved, ignored, and forgotten among us. May God bless them, and may God bless the state of Rhode Island.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, our God, our Creator, the first without a beginning, the last without an end, the one on whom we all depend, the one who depends on no one, our benefactor, our Creator, the owner of our lives. As we begin this inauguration and the commencement of Governor Dan McKee and the general officers' term, we ask benevolently God to grant them the wisdom, to give them the knowledge, to give them the peace, to give them all the tools that will be necessary for them to be able to run these affairs of government. We believe in you. We know you can do it, and you have done it for the previous people. We ask that you bring peace to the state of Rhode Island, the country of America, and to everywhere on the surface of the earth. In the name of Allah, I have prayed. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. اهدنا صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Achanwan Sipasuk from Wat Lao Putowat, the Lao Temple in Smithfield, Rhode Island. And he is Venerable Panyasom from Thamakalam Temple, the Cambodian Temple in Providence. So it is my honor to be invited to join this very important ceremony. So thank you very much for having us here today. So on behalf of the Buddhist monk, Lao community, and the Cambodian community, we are going to do the blessings, chanting for all of you here for this ceremony. So for good luck, wellness, happiness, healthiness, and peacefulness. So the next, and may everyone have a Happy New Year. So the next, we are going to do the chanting in Pali words. So please sit quietly, meditate for 15 seconds. So. Sapitiyo vivasanto sapaloko vinasato mate Vantarayo sukhete kayuko bhava pivantana sele Jangvota pachayino jatalo thamma Tanti ayuvanno sokang phalang. Thank you.
Let us pray. Lord God, source of all wisdom, God of truth and justice, your authority governs us and all creation. We come together today to ask your abundant blessings upon Daniel McKee, who has been chosen to lead our state as governor. Impart to him, Lord, a full share of your wisdom, understanding, and courage, so that he may be a true leader, seeking the common good and guiding our state in the ways that are true and right. Bless the elected officials and all those who will work alongside him, so that they may work together for the good of all our citizens. Bless the state of Rhode Island, its leaders and its citizens, so that we may all work together to create a just and prosperous society. We ask this as we ask all things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Spirit forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you. At this time, Gabriela Bautista Bolvito, Vice Chair of the Statewide Student Council, will share a poem.
Good afternoon. I'd like to take this time to thank the governor and his team for allowing me to be here on this day and this very important ceremony. The title of the poem that I will read today is Hope is a Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity. It asked a crumb of me. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriella. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a privilege to announce the engagement of Daniel J. McKee, continuing as the 76th governor of the state of Rhode Island. Joining Governor McKee on the dais will be his wife Susan, daughter Kara, son Matthew, and daughter-in-law Laura. Susan McKee will be holding the family Bible, and I call upon the Honorable Peter F. Nerona, Attorney General, to administer the oath of office.
Thank you. Will you raise your right hand, Governor? You being, by the free vote of the electors of this state of Rhode Island, elected unto the place of governor, do you solemnly swear to be true and faithful and impartially discharge all the duties of your aforesaid office to the best of your abilities, according to law, so help you God?
Thank you. General, thank you for your leadership. And before I start my formal comments, I just want to make a couple recognitions here today. And the National Guard is one of them. So thank you for your leadership there, and especially being in a building here where our National Guard stepped up in such a tremendous way during COVID, whether it was in the hospital situation or across the way in the AMP Center. Our National Guard was second to none in the country, so thank you so much. And along with the public safety that was here today, a wonderful motorcade that came in the rain out there, and so I thank them for their service, but also it's a good moment in time to say that connecting our police and our community with our police is very important for us right now. So thank you to all our public safety in the audience as well. And being here at the Convention Center, the staff and the personnel that helped put this wonderful event together, standing room only, is what a tribute to the work that was done, and again, the response out of COVID, but also now stepping up in a way. So I want to thank the staff here at the Convention Center as well for this wonderful effort. And I give my 15 seconds every time I get to a microphone about our congressional delegation. I just want to say, you know, with Senator Whitehouse here, Congressman Langevin, and I'll hold his applause because this is his first day as not in office in a long time, but hold that applause for a second. But I just want to say that our congressional delegation has been unbelievable. Not only prior to the COVID, but during the COVID. And many of the comments that I'm going to make in my short remarks are going to basically be a direct result of their efforts. So thank you so much, and please give my best to Senator Reed, Congressman Cicilline, and we're not here with this momentum that we have in the state of Rhode Island unless we have support in the General Assembly. So being on stage here today with our Senate President, along with our Speaker, thank you so much for your support and for your, for the both sides of the House and the Senate. We're looking forward to working with you, but thank you so much, Joe. Thank you, Donna. And to all the people that work in my administration, this has been an interesting time for Rhode Island. I think I have the longest transition in the history of a governor to a 4-year term. So I thank everybody that's worked with me, worked in the efforts, to lead the state. not only since I've been governor, but also prior to that. So thank you to each and every one. And finally, it's great to have the Boys and Girls Club here. This is something that is certainly near and dear to our family's heart. And so thank you for the Boys and Girls Club for being here and participating, because one of the focuses that we will have in this administration is working with young people to have them achieve their ultimate potential. And we're going to make every effort to do that. So, my fellow Rhode Islanders, it is a great honor to address you today as I begin my first full term as governor of the state that I love. As you might have seen in my TV commercials this past year, family is very important to me, as it is to you. And I'm glad to have my family here with me today. My wife, Susan, my daughter, Kara, my son, Matt, my daughter-in-law, Laura, as well as my brothers and sisters and many of my nieces and nephews. And as governor, who has a celebrity mom that you all know, I want to thank my mom, Willa, for being here today. Hi, Mom. And today I'm also thinking about my dad and Sue's mom and dad, Joe and Esther, as we know our families are so important to us, for them to be here on this special day. My dad, I got actually sitting in this chair here. I carry that everywhere I go in elected office, so I know that when I'm in my office, my dad's with me, and that everything that we do is based on the principles that he lived by, which was being honest, making sure that we do things in the best interests of the people that we serve. Behind you, you'll also see all 39 cities and towns, the flags of all cities and towns in the state of Rhode Island. This is a reminder to all of us here on the stage who we were elected to represent. It reminds us that every community in our state is important, and so are the unique and diverse communities that make up our cities and towns. When I gave my last inauguration speech as the governor-select, Rhode Island was facing a very different set of challenges stemming from a once-in-a-generation public health crisis. Challenges like we never seen before and we never want to see again. I stood before you and made a commitment that together we would get shots in the arms, get Rhode Islanders back to work, get teachers and students fully back in the classrooms, and get our economy moving again. I asked for your help because I knew it would take all of us playing as one team. And as a former coach, I was proud to see our state's teamwork in action. As we all saw, Rhode Island stepped up in a way that when it mattered most. Together we acted with persistence, strength, determination, community, and kindness. And we reached the highest vaccination rates in the country, the lowest unemployment rate in the state's history, the fastest economic recovery in the Northeast, and our kids got back to school safely and quickly. Reminding ourselves of that success is important because it shows that when we work together as one team, we can accomplish what we set out to do. Our past success reminds us of the enormous and exciting potential of our state's future. And now, as one team, we must continue the momentum that we built together. Rhode Island, this is our time. This is our moment. It is our turn. And I need your help to make sure we make the most of it. Each and every Rhode Islander has a role to play in this next chapter. And as your governor, I'm asking you to do the work with us. The good news is we're not starting from scratch. We have momentum. We're bringing offshore wind to East Providence. We're building a new state health lab in Providence. We're investing in our world-class fisheries in Galilee. We opened a new education center in Woonsocket. We're making crucial investments in Quonset. We're delivering historic tax credits, tax relief to families. We're saving Superman and breathing new life in the downtown Pawtucket. And we're just getting started. Over the next 4 years, our team and I will be focused on the things that matter most to the future of our state. What matters most to your family and my family. And to begin that work, we're starting with our Rhode Island 2030 plan and these 3 goals. First, raising incomes for all Rhode Islanders in all 39 cities and towns for each and every person that lives in those communities. And when I say raising incomes, I mean investing in all of us and ensuring Rhode Islanders have the skills to get good paying jobs. Second, raising education outcomes for our children to reach Massachusetts levels by 2030. We must be all in on improving education because first, it's the right thing to do for our boys and girls that call Rhode Island home. But it is also a key to the long-term economic future of our state. And finally, creating healthier Rhode Island, where we reduce illness and improve health outcomes for all of us. Before I wrap up, I want to share a story from someone that I admire from a distance, John Wooden, basketball coach and a player and a mentor. The story goes like this. There was a family that was moving to a small town, and they stopped at a local gas station in the small town they were considered moving to. A mom and dad and the kids in the station wagon. The family asked the gas station attendant, "What kind of people live around here?" The attendant said, "What kind of people live back where you're from?" And the family said, "Well, they're kind of ornery, they're mean, they're dishonest." And the gas station attendant answered, "Well, sir, you'll find the people around here just like that as well." A few weeks later, another family stopped by the same gas station and asked the same question. "Excuse me, sir, I'm thinking of moving to this town. Can you tell me what kind of people live around here?" Again, the gas station attendant said, "Well, they're good people. I find the people where we live to be kind and decent and honest." The gas station attendant responded and said, "Sir, you'll find the people around here just like that too." The reason I tell this story is that it reminds us of something important. You often get exactly what you're looking for. Most Rhode Islanders are just like the second family at the gas station. We want to look for the best in this state. We want to look for the best in our fellow Rhode Islanders. And sometimes looking for the best and seeing the best in what's around us is half the battle. One thing is clear to me as I look out onto this room today, and thank you all for being here. We have a tremendous opportunity to build a new Rhode Island. A new Rhode Island where we succeed together by lifting each other up and helping everyone to do and achieve their very best. It'll be a challenge. Challenges are worth the effort. But I know Rhode Island is up for the task. Each and every Rhode Islander has a role to play in this next chapter. And as your governor, I'm asking you to join the team. It's like my dad would say, success is there for you. All you have to do is earn it. I believe my dad was right. So let's work hard, earn that success, and see the best in Rhode Island's future. Let's stay focused, not on what divides us, but what makes us stronger and what brings Rhode Islanders together. I'm humbled by the challenges before us, but I've never believed more strongly in our state's future, and I want you to feel the same way. Rhode Island, this is our time, our moment to shine, our turn to raise everyone up. Now let's get started. God bless you. God bless Rhode Island. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor McKee. Ladies and gentlemen, you can take your seats. At this time, Kara McKee will be performing America the Beautiful.
Hi, Kara.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you so much, Kara. At this time, it is an honor to announce the engagement of Sabina Matos, continuing as the 70th Lieutenant Governor of the state of Rhode Island. Joining Lieutenant Governor Matos on the dais is her husband Patrick, daughter Anne Marie, and son Diego. Her husband Patrick will be holding the family Bible, and I've called upon the Honorable Peter F. Nerona, Attorney General, to administer the oath of office.
Get your daughter in. Yeah. Whether you like it or not.
All right, will you raise your right hand? Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos, to you being, by the free vote of the electors of this state of Rhode Island, elected unto the place of Lieutenant Governor, do solemnly swear to be true and faithful and impartially discharge all the duties of your aforesaid office to the best of your abilities, according to law, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
At this time, I invite Lieutenant Governor Matos to offer her remarks.
Good afternoon. I want to say thank you to Rhode Island for this opportunity that I've been given. I'm infinitely grateful to every voter who came out to support our vision, our mission to create a stronger and more equitable Rhode Island. In the next 4 years, I look forward to working with everyone on this stage to make our state a better place to live, to ensure every family has a safe and secure place to live, that every child has a chance to pursue their dreams, to ensure that hard work is rewarded, whether it is starting your own business or serving our nations in the military, to ensure that when you end your career, that you can age gracefully in place right here in Rhode Island. And to know, to have the security and the knowledge that you can get the care and the assistance that you need to live your life to its fullest. I have so many people that I have to thank for helping me getting here. But I'm gonna start with my almost 99 years old grandmother, Maria Dominici, who's here. My grandmother worked long hours in garment factories in New York City to provide for her family. Mama Maria, thank you so much for everything you have done. Gracias por todo lo que tú has hecho por nuestra familia, mamá. Te amo. Because of her sacrifices, my mother was able to be the first person in our family to attend college back in the Dominican Republic. From her and from my father, who was the mayor of our hometown of Paraíso in the Dominican Republic, I learned the value of hard work, the importance of caring for our neighbors. Mom and Dad, Mami, Papi, yo me siento tan orgullosa de ser su hija. I'm so proud to be your daughter. Most importantly, they taught me what kind of family I want to have. And I have been blessed to have a family with my husband, Patrick, who has believed in me more than anyone, and my two incredible, brilliant children, Diego and Anna Marie. I would not be here without your love and support. Thank you. And just like my mother and my grandmother before her, I will not stop working until my children and every Rhode Island child has better opportunities than what we had. Today, I'm the first Latina and the first Black woman to be elected Lieutenant Governor of Rhode Island. But I promise you that I would not be the last. Rhode Island, thank you. I cannot ever repay the debt I owe to this state, which has given me so many opportunities. But I will use every second of the next 4 years to try. And I promise you that I will be our state's biggest cheerleader, here at home and away. There's a lot of work to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. It is now an honor to announce the engagement of Secretary of State-elect Greg Amore. Joining Secretary of State-elect Amore on the dais is his wife Lee and daughters Tess and Megan. His wife Lee is holding the family Bible. And I call upon the Honorable Daniel J. McKee, Governor, to administer the oath of office.
Raise your right hand. You being, by the free vote of the electors of this state of Rhode Island, elected unto the place of Secretary of State, do solemnly swear to be true and faithful and impartially discharge all the duties of your aforesaid office to the best of your abilities, according to law, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
At this time, the Secretary of State may offer his remarks.
Good afternoon and Happy New Year. First, I'd like to thank the Rhode Island National Guard, the Rhode Island State Police, and the hard-working men and women of the Convention Center for setting up this ceremony today. I'd also like to thank the governor's staff. This is a wonderful day for all of us and for the state of Rhode Island. It is a tremendous honor to have taken the oath as Rhode Island's 30th Secretary of State before my incredibly supportive family, my friends, colleagues, dignitaries, and the good people of the state of Rhode Island. I want to take this opportunity to thank the 29th Secretary of State for years of exemplary public service. I also want to sincerely thank the people of Rhode Island for entrusting me with the responsibilities of this office. I take them very seriously, and I know that in my capacity as Rhode Island's chief elections official, I have the solemn duty to serve as one of the stewards of our democracy at a time when democracy itself is in the balance, both around the world and at home. It is essential for us to acknowledge that American democracy is not guaranteed. It is not an inherent right. Its preservation relies on advanced and active citizenship, for our democracy cannot survive if our citizens are merely spectators. Democracy's preservation requires a commitment to the truth, transparency in government, fair, free, and secure elections that always err on the side of enfranchisement. Our democracy requires absolute adherence to the peaceful transfer of power after an election is concluded and certified. And a fully functioning American democracy embraces the patriotic notion that our political opponents are not our enemies. They are our neighbors, our fellow Rhode Islanders, our fellow Americans. The late great civil rights leader and Congressman John Lewis reminded us that democracy is not a state, it is an act. Informed, robust, and civic engagement is the foundation of the democratic republic in which we all live. And I intend to do everything I can as Secretary of State to shore up that foundation at every turn. It is the honor of a lifetime to serve the state in this role. I would like to thank Governor McKee for giving me the opportunity to address you here today and congratulate him, Lieutenant Governor Matos, Treasurer Diosa, and Attorney General Nerona. I offer you my best wishes for a successful 4 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary Amore. At this time, it is an honor to announce the engagement of Peter F. Nerona, continuing as the Attorney General for the state of Rhode Island. Joining Attorney General Nerona on stage is his wife, Dr. Shelley Johnson, and son, Joshua. Dr. Johnson will be holding the family Bible. I call upon the Honorable Daniel J. McKee, Governor, to administer the oath of office.
Raise your right hand. You being, by the free vote of the electors of this state of Rhode Island, elected unto the place of Attorney General, do solemnly swear to be true and faithful and impartially discharge all the duties of your aforesaid office to the best of your abilities, according to law, so help you God.
I do.
Congratulations.
This time we'll hear remarks from Attorney General Nerona.
Thank you. I want to begin, if I can, by thanking my family. And my mother came in this morning and she met us in the room in the back and she said, well, Peter, this is it. And I don't know what she meant by that. I know I'm being sworn in for a second term, but it seemed to have an air of finality to it. Mom, you're probably right. But we're going to run through the tape, folks. We're going to run through the tape. You know, I want to acknowledge my dad. My father is a Korean War veteran. He's 93. And he's got as much fight in him today, Dad, as you did when I first came into this world. So thanks so much for your love and support. My mother is an immigrant from Germany. She came here when she was 19. She didn't speak English. She worked in a bakery. She went to Rogers High School at night to learn English. We spoke a lot of German together, Mom, you and I, when I was little, until Dad said, he's got to learn English too. Thank you so much for your love and support. My brother Chris is here. Thank you, Chris, for being here. One of my sons is here, Josh. My son Zachary is in St. Louis. I hope he's watching if this is being live streamed. He did come to the walkthrough, so he saw the blooper version of this event. And I want to acknowledge last, but certainly not least, my wife Shelley, who has been the rock of our family. I've loved being Attorney General for the last 4 years, and I'm so grateful to the voters of Rhode Island for returning me to office. You know, when I became U.S. Attorney in 2009, before I became U.S. Attorney, I was interviewed by Ed Fitzpatrick, then of the Providence Journal, now of the Globe, and he asked me sort of about what my priorities would be. And I have to tell you, I looked at the job through the lens of an assistant United States attorney, and I didn't have any grand vision for the office. I couldn't really say that to Ed. And so what I told him was, you know, I'm going to focus on the 6 inches in front of my face. I'm going to focus on the job ahead of us, and we're going to do the best job that we can. And we tried to do that. But what I've learned over the last 13 years is that we've got to do more than focus just on the 6 inches in front of our face. We have to have the vision to look down the road, to see what's ahead, to see the challenges that await and plan for them. Because if we don't do that, if we don't think of the miles ahead and the yards ahead, we won't get to where we need to be as a state. So how do we get there from the perspective of an attorney general? Well, Sheldon Whitehouse, Senator Whitehouse once, when I was U.S. Attorney, we got off a train together in New York. And Senator, I don't know if you remember this conversation, but an interaction with Senator Whitehouse is always meaningful and always useful. And what he told me was that the Justice Department had needed fixing. But it was time to take the Justice Department down the Potomac and out off to sea to fight the battles that lie ahead. And he told me to go tell Attorney General Holder exactly what he told me. I have to tell you, I was the U.S. Attorney from Rhode Island. I was hardly on Attorney General Holder's speed dial. So I have to confess, Senator Whitehouse, that I did not go into Attorney General Holder's office and tell him that. But I did tell the Deputy Attorney General. But there's a lesson there for us in the Attorney General's office, that we had to build a ship that could go to battle for the people of the state of Rhode Island. And I am so proud of the men and women of the office that have done exactly that. With our partners in law enforcement, I see Colonel Weaver here, Lieutenant Colonel Kramer, the chiefs from around the state. We have taken on public safety in new and innovative ways to make Rhode Island safer. We have built an office that can take on the healthcare challenges that we face not only today, but will face 3, 4, 5 years from now. And folks, take my word that if we don't fix healthcare, the hospitals upon which we rely will not be here in 5 or 10 years. We have to fix healthcare. We have to have the vision to see that our environment, that energy and climate are inextricably linked. And we have to have the vision to take on those challenges, to not only make energy affordable for Rhode Islanders, but to protect our environment and our climate, not just for us, but for our children and our grandchildren and our grandchildren's children. And so the office is capable of doing it now, and I'm so proud of them for being ready to take on those challenges. And to the people of the state of Rhode Island, I promise you this. For the next 4 years, We will be your lawyer, your lawyer. We will be your voice. We will be your champion. And we will fight for you every day for the next 4 years. We will fight for you because that is our job and we take it to heart. So thank you very much. Look forward to serving the next 4 years. Thank you very much.
At this time, it is an honor to announce the engagement of General Treasurer-elect James Diosa as the General Treasurer of the State of Rhode Island. Joining General Treasurer-elect Diosa on the dais is his fiancée, Sandra Cano, and daughter, Ariana. Senator Cano is holding the family Bible.
Raise your right hand. You being, by the free vote of the electors of the state of Rhode Island, elected unto the place of General Treasurer, do solemnly swear to be true and faithful and impartially discharge all the duties of your aforesaid office to the best of your abilities, according to law, so help you God.
At this time, Treasurer Diosa can offer his remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor, for swearing me in, and thank you to all my fellow Rhode Islanders for the privilege and responsibility of serving you. I want to acknowledge the loss of a Rhode Island champion today and former Central Falls resident, Governor Lincoln Alman. We are a better state because of his commitment to our community. My condolences are with his family and loved ones. Today, I stand here proudly alongside my fellow general officers, state leaders, and so many friends and colleagues. Thank you all. I thank God and my family for being my rock and my motivation every day, especially my brilliant and beautiful life partner, Senator Sandra Cano, and my amazing daughter, Ariana. You are the light of my life. To my extended family, gracias por tanto, los amo. I stand humbly before you all as the son of immigrants who arrived with nothing, a kid who grew up on the streets of Central Falls with little more than a soccer ball and a dream. Together, we made change in Central Falls and made it the comeback city by uniting the community, investing in our people, and creating a brighter future for our children. As a proud Rhode Islander, I am certain of our state's bright future, one that we can all continue to build together through vision, courage, and hard work. Thank you again for this privilege. Thank you all for loving Rhode Island.
Thank you, Treasurer. This concludes the official engagement of the general officers of the state of Rhode Island. Please rise for the benediction given by Pastor Chris Abelheim of the King's Tabernacle.
Congratulations. Thank you, Governor. Well, let us pray together as we close this ceremony this afternoon. O God of all providence, from whom all blessings flow, as we conclude this inauguration, we once again ask your blessings upon our Governor, Dan McKee, and our First Lady, Susan McKee, and upon their family. We ask your blessing also upon our general officers and all of their families. May you, Lord, continue to secure our peace, prosperity, and security from the Blackstone Valley to Jaramat Hills of Foster, from the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution to all farmlands across this state. Lord, bless this sweet land of liberty, the land of pilgrim's pride. Oh Lord, lead us home safely with a renewed sense of optimism that our best and our brightest days are ahead of us. These and many more we ask in the name of your precious Son, Jesus Christ, and let everybody say, amen.
Thank you, Pastor Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the recessional.
Vài bóng cúm là nâng chấm ran po chết mây là dòng mạch đá cõi về địa bàn tô sơn an ở sai video tăng sòng hái ta tụi ban chấm nét đăng là thay ở vậy khá po là hay chỉ biết sang ông lệ cái đấy đấy là hay cô ban vô làm piระเบียบในการการวิธีนั่นนี่คือจีวิดีโอจงกร้อยได้ขยมกันมาเพียบตัวทอดนะโดยตัวได้นะแต่สกรรมเพียบได้ทั่วในเลยเวทีก้าก็โดยจีสกรรมเพียบนะโจรวมนะออกสาเตอร์หนึ่งนั่นจังคือกร้อยไปเดี๋ยวกันนำจ้านะเงียบโยมตามตามโฆษณาในสายวิดีโอในหายคืนทางตัวบ้านเลยจำเนดังจรานเกี่ยวกับจำนวนการเรียบจำการวิธีตามระเบียบสารดำริก็โดยจะตามระเบียบแกงนั่นจังคือจงกร้อยกระสมจีนปอจีนเจยดอลการนำจักรยานยนต์จำนายเตวิเลียดำเนินลำไยตามด้านตัวสนาเด็กสายวิดีโอนี้ให้โจชนำทำไมชนำสกอลนาปีปอนมาภัยใบนี้สมสมประกอบจุปเตะแต่นังสิกได้สกสิกได้จำร้านสไลสุสไลสุขนาก็นังติดเป็นโปรซังเป็นสักสบายเราซีนได้งานนั่นคือเจ็กสายวิดีโอจงกลายเป็นการนำมาเทียบทอดตกหนึ่งจังคือส่งเอาไปคนเอาคน